thankful everybody that came and said hello and, let us know how much you love the station. Everybody that came and jammed and danced with me in particular. Super excited. So today we're talking about cheaters. Cheaters. People who cheat. Cheaters. Have a little DM here, and it definitely says, Dear Jelly, once a cheater, always a cheater. And so we're going to discuss what this person has said, how they feel. Do y'all feel that way? Like once a cheater, always a cheater? Is there no redemption for cheaters? Can people change? And I'm going to go into more detail about what their assumption is. It's kind of wild, but hey, maybe it could be what it is, right? So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. So let me know what you think. Join the live conversation on TGI Jelly on Facebook, as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. If you want to hear the music, definitely log on to WXNAFM.org. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Is there redemption? Once a cheater, all a cheater. Is that true or nah? Let me know what you think. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Hey, y'all. Hold on, give me 1 second. VL, Mike. What's up? Is a symptom. That's crazy you said that, because that's what she said too. That's what she said too. How y'all doing? How's your weekend? Anything new happening with your lives? Y'all been booed up since the last time we talked? What's up? How are you? It's funny you said that, BL, that it's a symptom, because that's exactly what said person is saying, that it's a symptom. But if it's a symptom, let's not get into that off. Hey, Keena. Hey, Tia. Tia be like, I'm coming on in now. Call me out, sauce. Hey, you're tuned into WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. Tracking back, that was Nana Fofi with Assurance Mashup. I also have some pretty good looking people that are joined in on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. If you are online, you're like, well, Jelly, I don't hear the music. You got to log on to the website, wxnafm.org, to hear the music, because the live stream keeps knocking off my beautiful people when they hear the music. So I had to make some changes because I don't want to stop the vibe. I don't want to stop the party. But I appreciate everybody that is supporting and online. We're talking about cheaters, and not the show. We're talking about cheaters. She said, "Dear Jelly, once a cheater, always a cheater. People can't change that about themselves." She says, and because they cannot change, I believe cheating is a sickness and not a choice. Do y'all believe that? Like, that's kind of interesting, because if it's a sickness, I mean, when they say it's a sick, I mean, I should have texted her that. When she says it's a sickness, it has all these questions going through my mind. Like, so you're saying that there's a disorder that is causing people to not be faithful in dating or marriage or relationships? Like, that just sounds so wild to me. And if that's the case, is there medication? Like, what is the cure? What are you saying? Shout out to everybody live chat. VL says, I don't define or identify people by their behavior or actions. Okay? He says, I believe infidelity is a symptom, not a problem. So it sounds like you're saying the same thing that she's saying. Once a cheater, always a cheater, because it's a mental disorder. It's a disorder, is what she's saying. Which, I don't know, y'all. I'm not with that. I'm not with it. Keena says, hi there, I agree. Behavior is learned. Behavior is learned behavior. Therefore, it can be unlearned. So it sounds like Keena is saying they learned to be a cheater. They don't have to be a cheater. Maybe they learned to do this because of feeling a need that they had. Like, why would people cheat? And it sounds like this person is saying people cheat because they can't help it. And I'm not with it. I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced that it's a disorder. Okay, VL saying I'm not saying it's a mental disorder. Okay, but VL, you said it's a symptom. So what would it would be a symptom of? Because my DM is saying they think it's a disorder in terms of like a mental disorder that these people are. Maybe let's not use the word mental disorder. Maybe we can say just that's kind of what she said. But I mean, let's call it something else. I don't know. Because if that's the case, then are you saying that it sounds like she's saying that once a cheater, always a cheater, you can't change, that's who you are. And I don't believe that. It's almost like that old saying, you can't teach a dog new tricks. Yes, you can. I've seen it done. Let me know what you think. If you want to go ahead and call in and give us your opinion, give me a call at 615-933-9962. Let me know what you think. Do you think you can change? Have y'all ever? Okay, you know what? Let's be real today. It's Sunday. It's chill time. It's 7 p.m. Central Time. Have y'all ever cheated? Are you a reformed cheater? Talk to me. If you're a reformed cheater, how did you reform? Maybe we can let her know that this doesn't have to be that way. What y'all think? You think that's possible? I'm just saying, I'm trying to help somebody have a baby. A baby for life. Here's Baby by Joe Boy. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. So 1 second, y'all. Anybody want to talk about being deformed? Girl, start friends. I almost said deformed. Reformed cheaters. Okay, Keena says people cheat for different reasons. Some just do it because they think they can. I think it's a symptom of insecurity. VL says there is a choice. One can be influenced. Talk to me. Keena says cheating is a choice. VL says I distinguish the behavior from the person. But what? But what causes it though? Because this person seems to believe that it's like it's a disorder. It's saying it's a sickness. Is what she's saying. She said it's a sickness. He can't change. He's a cheater. He can't change. Sorry, Nick left the fan on. I catch cold pretty easily. All right, VL says, I cheated numerous times in the past prior to getting a relationship with Jesus. So Jesus is how you now stop cheating. Have you been in a relationship since finding Jesus, since getting a relationship with Jesus, to where you're no longer, you found that you really are not cheating anymore? I'm not trying to say Jesus cannot do it. I'm just trying to have a conversation. Are we saying that Jesus is the only way that a cheater can reform for making the choice to cheat? You're tuned in to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. Hey, you are tuned in to Dear Jelly. It's a DJ Jelly on the line. And I'm so glad that you are here. I'm also joined by some pretty insightful people on TGI Jelly on Facebook, as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. We are talking about cheaters. Someone wrote in and said, hey, Jelly, once a cheater, always a cheater. And they believe that it's some type of metabolic dysfunction or disorder that people who are cheaters can't help themselves. They have to be a cheater. That it's not a choice. It's a symptom of some disorder. So we're discussing this. Like, do you believe this is so? And if you are a said reformed cheater, you're welcome to call in or join the conversation live and chat and let me know, like, how did you reform? How did you find your way from your, cheating escapades? Recently tracking back, that was Joe Boy with Baby. And I do want to take a second to share with you that the coronavirus pandemic is still far from over. And while masks in public places may not be required, they still offer an extra level of protection for you and others. Not to mention they're a courtesy for people who may have other health issues. For more safety guidelines, visit cdc.gov/coronavirus. So cheaters, is it a sickness? Is it a disorder? Is it a choice? That's what we're talking about today. VL says, I'm not saying it's a mental disorder. Keena says, people cheat for different reasons. Some just do it because they think they can. I think it's a symptom of insecurity. VL says, there is a choice. One can be influenced. How can you be influenced to cheat, though? Like, help me out with that. Because it almost sounds like putting the blame on somebody else, like deflecting. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm just trying to have a conversation. Help me understand. Enlighten me. Keena says, cheating is a choice. VL says, I distinguish the behavior from the person. I need help with that. VL says, I cheated numerous times in the past prior to getting in a relationship with Jesus. So it sounds like religion helped VL to change his ways. Keenan says no one can make you cheat. Yeah, we want to hear more about this influence. How can you be influenced to be a cheater? VL says, I think unfulfilled needs could be a reason. But unfulfilled needs, can we blame the other person for that? I say no. I say no. Look at me. I say no. Mike says, I feel as though that cheating is a choice and it's a matter of the heart. Ooh. Okay, Mike. So you make cheating sound like it's super deep. A matter of the heart. VL says, people may not make us, but we can be influenced by the actions of another. Is that deflecting though? Or is it our responsibility to make sure the other person is aware of what we need? So many possibilities. Keena says, to cheat, you must manipulate, lie to people to be a cheater. I think finding a higher power is definitely a win in reforming oneself. It forces you to do some inward work. Wow. What do y'all think so far? I mean, it sounds like it sounds like we're a little it sounds like we're leaning more towards we believe that cheating is a choice opposed to it just kind of being something that they can't control. Like our beloved writer wrote in to make it sound like there's no control. Once you're a cheater, always a cheater. I just don't believe that that's the case. I'm just saying. Because there are definitely consequences when you end up being without the person that you want to be with. Here's Without You by Oma Wumi. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Y'all, I want to hear more about how, I'm on the fan. I hate that I can't play this music loud, y'all, but I don't trust Facebook. They're going to knock you off, and I don't want you to be knocked off. So if you want to hear the music, could you please log on to wxnafm.org, and the music is playing live, because I just don't trust Facebook. They be knocking y'all off and saying somebody put claims on my music, and then after the live, I'll get a message that the claim's been released. What was the point in claiming it then? This way I can also play requests now, since I won't be blasting it for Facebook to mess it up. So if you have a request, let me know. You just gotta log onto the website to hear it. I do agree that to make a conscious decision to cheat, you have to do all the stuff that Keenan was talking about. Tia says people can evolve, grow, have to have insight and intentionality to stop bad habits. So are we saying cheating is a habit? Something we've been conditioned to do? Maybe from the excitement or the thrill of it? Kind of like stealing? We put it in the same category as stealing? VL says neglect can have an adverse effect on a person. I am in full agreement with that. So if you are being neglected, where the person is knowingly aware of what you need and you are being neglected, then yes, I'm in full agreement with that might be why someone might step out and cheat, but why not just walk away? Unhealthy attachments, toxic bonds. Why, y'all? And what's the cure? What's the antidote? I know VL mentioned Jesus. So organized religion, higher power. What do we do for those who are not spiritual? Ooh, Kina. This is deeper than I realized. You're tuned into WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're also tuned into Dear Jelly. Hey, this is DJ Jelly, and I welcome you for being here. Welcome you to our show. I'm so glad you're here. I'm also joined by some pretty amazing people live on Facebook at TGI Jelly, as well as YouTube TGI Jelly. We are tracking back. That was Omawumi with Without You, and we're discussing cheaters. Dear Jelly. I believe once a cheater, always a cheater. People can't change who they are. And I believe it's a mental. So basically, the person is saying, I don't really want to use the term, but they're saying that people cheat because it is it's like they can't help it. It's a disorder. They can't help cheating. It's something mental. It's a symptom. It's a sickness. And so that's what we're discussing. Is cheating a sickness? Is cheating a choice? Can you stop it? Is it something that you're conditioned to do? Like sometimes people get an adrenaline off of like stealing, and they steal because like they get a rush. So the same type thing with cheating. Hey, Millie. And that's what we're talking about. We're trying to decide like what exactly. I'm sorry, y'all gotta hear me calling out names because all these awesome people keep logging in on our live chat. And I definitely want to make sure that I acknowledge them. And we talked about how BL shared how people can be influenced to cheat. Kina talked about how, because if you want to cheat, it means you must manipulate, lie to people to be a cheater. And so, yeah, it sounds sounds like it's really thought about it and planned it out. So it certainly sounds like something you can control. Tia says, people can evolve, grow, have to have insight and intentionality to stop bad habits. So are we saying cheating is a habit? Hey, Rhonda, are we saying cheating is a habit? Cheating is something that we can't control. It's a habit. Or is it a habit that we can break? I had a habit of watching, staying up late to watch certain TV shows, and I had to break that habit. It was very hard. Is it a habit that we can break? Is cheating the same type thing? BL says neglect can have an adverse effect on a person. So yes, I agree. So neglect can be a reason why, someone might cheat, especially if you are someone who has already shared your thoughts, already shared your mind, already shared with your significant other or your partner what you need, and they are intentionally neglecting you. I can see why you'd want to step out, but why step out? Why not just leave? Why cheat? Kina says, now there's a diagnosis of sexual addiction where the person has impulse control issues. They will have risky sexual activity outside of relationships, but even when it can be overcome by inward work, there are levels to this. Oh, y'all deep tonight. Okay. That's pretty deep. So are we? Okay, well, if that's the case, then if it's something like that, then it's not the cheating. The person has a different issue that influences the cheating. I think like BL was sharing with us earlier. This is y'all. I can't. This is pretty deep. Y'all are getting deep. I'm just trying to love somebody's son, have a healthy relationship. And I would like to believe that you can be reformed if you are someone who likes to cheat. BL shared earlier that he was a cheater and he's been reformed through relationship with a higher power. So it's possible, right? BL, have you had relationships since your relationship with your higher power to where you were able to be monogamous? You don't have to let us know, but we'd like it if you did. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to have, a real great love of somebody's son without the cheating. Healthy relationship. A love like this. Here's a love like this by Little Kesh featuring Fireboy DML. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. That's what's up, DL. See y'all. I love that photo of you, Millie. So, DL's been reformed. But do you believe your cheating was influenced by somebody else? A certain situation? We all in your business. You don't have to answer. I'm curious. I'm so curious. Like, Kina, is there medication? I remember that Eric Benet was so funny because until he became famous, he was just Eric Bennett. Hey, Selena. If y'all are just logging on and you're like, Jelly, we can't hear the music, it is because Facebook is a hater. And they keep knocking y'all off every time I play a song that sounds similar to something else. So they'll knock y'all off, claim my video. And then like after my broadcast, realize somebody's like, oh, they released it. So that's why on the bottom I have where you can hear the music. Because I got tired of people being knocked off. So I apologize you can't hear the music. I apologize. Ooh, Millie. I'm just wondering, like I know Biel was saying he made a decision numerous times, however, he was influenced. So you believe you were influenced to cheat? Sometimes, and then sometimes you made the decision like, you know what, I'm about to step it out. Step it up. Step it up. Kenny said, keep it real. Keep it real. I've never cheated on anybody, so this is intriguing to me. Hey, you are tuned in to WXNALP Nashville, 101.5 FM, and you are tuned into Dear Jelly. This is DJ Jelly, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Tracking back, that was Little Kesh featuring Fireboy and DML with Love Like This. Now, today's topic, we're talking about cheating, so we don't want to love like that. We don't want a toxic love filled with cheating, but we do want a relationship. If we choose to be in a relationship, we do want something that's, magical. Give me butterflies. Help me feel safe, right? That's what we're looking for. Before we get back into the topic, though, I do want to share with you that diversity is what we're all about at WXNA. With more than 80 unique programs, all lovingly curated by dedicated DJs, WXNA stitches together a radio rainbow of gloriously diverse sounds. We are only able to do this through the financial support of our many members. Support your source for truly independent radio by visiting WXNAFM.org and becoming a member today. Thank you. Okay, so we're talking about this DM that I got. And of course, we never share the names of the DM who sent it to protect the innocent. But it basically says, it basically talks about how, hey, Jelly, a cheater is a cheater. Once a cheater, always a, what did it say? Hey, Boope, once a cheater, always a cheater. And period. And she believes that cheating is a mental disorder. And that a person who cheats can't help but cheat because they've got a sickness. And that's what we're discussing. Like, do y'all believe this? And Viel was man enough to share with us that he used to be a cheater, but he's been reformed because of his relationship with a higher power. And Kina was sharing with us that there's certain diagnoses that some of us may have, well, not some of us, but people may have that gives them certain urges to where they'd like to be faithful, but probably can't. I know that I'm paraphrasing. Basically, she says that they have impulse control issues. So they might step out because of that, but it's not because they don't love the person or whatever. It's what I'm assuming. I'm paraphrasing. I'm just going to repeat this because I really like this comment that Tia gave. Tia says people can evolve, grow, have to have insight and intentionality to stop bad habits. So Tia calling cheating a habit. Would we call it a habit? Because people have been conditioned, maybe with the adrenaline rush from cheating sometimes. I don't know. Tia says choice. She thinks cheating is a choice, but it's a series of choices. Instead of talking, problem solving with mate, engage in inappropriate conversations, alone time with person you're attracted to, setting self up for the fall. VL has sharing with us that he has had healthy relationship where he did not cheat since he's had his strong relationship with the Lord, higher power. VL said, I made a decision numerous times, however, I was influenced. So he talks about how, there are times where he cheated. It was his choice. Other times he was influenced. Millie says, men think they can cheat or they find things that say they can cheat. Men need to learn more honesty. Honest with spouse, honesty with self, honesty with higher power. When they are honest about who they are, what they want in their relationship, and maybe then they can be honest and not cheat. So that is really good advice. And we're going to go ahead and say men and women because we know there are some women who cheat as well. Keenan says, I have cheated in the past and it was because I wanted to. Especially in my 20s. Spill the tea, sis. Spill the tea. So Keenan says she just wanted to cheat. Like, honey, you know what? I just wanted to take. It's almost like, when my mother does this thing where, you'll go out to dinner or something and she'll look at her food and she'll look at your food and she'll be like, let me get a little taste of that. Let me see how that eats. Let me get a little taste of that. So that sounds like Keenan was out and was like, I just want to taste. I just want to taste. She didn't want to put anything on layaway. She didn't want to put anything in her shopping cart. She just wanted a little taste. Little taste. VL says, I always made a decision. VL's a big girl. I love him. Decisions are made because influential factors. Can the influential factors just be your own desires? VL saying both men and women can cheat. Yes. And Millie saying, VL, true. But a man will cheat before a woman does. I've known more men to cheat than women. Ooh, so let's switch gears. Do y'all think that there's some truth to that? Hey, Bupe, thanks for saying hey. Do y'all think there's some truth to that men step out more than women? And if so, why is that? If that's the case, if you believe that's the case. Keenan says cheating starts with inappropriate conversation. When you say inappropriate conversation, what do you mean by inappropriate? Because I know you can cheat emotionally with somebody. It doesn't even have to be anything sexual or inappropriate. It could just be that person is, fulfilling your need to talk or something. Talk to me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Keenan says those work husbands and work wives. I mean, everybody needs a little support. Everybody needs a little support. VL says our experience is subjective and not universal. That is true. Keenan says women don't spill the tea. That's true. Most women don't. Some women do. Oh, y'all are cracking me up. Bupe is saying no. What are you saying no for to Bupe? She says they get caught more, but Okay, so it sounds like Bupe is saying that men don't cheat more than women do, but men get caught more than women get caught. Does that mean that women are prone to be more manipulative and crafty? Is that what we're saying? Did y'all like my little evil laugh? Is that what y'all are saying? I'm just saying we're trying to have a forever after, y'all. I think I played this last time. I'm just saying, like, so we're more prone to be, you know, it sounds like it's easier for us to cheat than for women than for men to cheat. Is that what you're saying? There's so much mystery to women. Speaking of mystery, here's Mystery Girl by Johnny Drill. You're listening to Dear Jelly on WXNA Nashville. Y'all, they get caught more. So men get caught more. So the men get caught more because women are more manipulative, because women are more sneaky. Because what is wrong? What is happening? Keenan says inappropriate conversations aren't sexual if you are seeking emotional support from someone other than their partner. What if you don't know that that's what you just think you're having a great conversation, you don't even realize it's something emotional? Can cheating happen by accident? I think so. I think so. Millie says no. That is what he is saying. Oh. Y'all want to hear the music? I do apologize. Facebook has been a hater, so I turned the music down in the studio so that y'all wouldn't get knocked off. If you want to hear the music, it is playing on WXNAFM.org. Hey. Okay, Mike. First of all, both men and women are very capable of cheating. Secondly, the reasons behind cheating can vary. People cheat out of sexual greed, sexual neglect, emotional neglect, and or they may find excitement in stepping out on their mate. So very true. Hey, Shannon. So very true. So very true. Do y'all agree that everybody cheats about the same? But it's kind of like how Lupe was saying that more men seem to be caught cheating more than women are caught cheating. So it sounds like we're on the consensus. We all agree, most of us agree, that the person who wrote it may not necessarily have a full understanding, and that cheating is not some sort of metabolic disorder like she believes it is. That everyone makes a choice. You're not necessarily sick. But then again, what about the people that Keena brought up who have the disorder? Oh, Jelly, the song is over. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you tune into Dear Jelly. Hey, this is DJ Jelly. I'm so glad that you're here. Tracking back, that was Johnny Drill with Mystery Girl. If you're just joining us, we're talking about a DM that I got to where someone shared that they believe once a cheater, always a cheater, and people cannot change. And she believes that cheating is a metabolic disorder. Basically, it's a symptom that people, from a sickness, that people cannot control. So once a cheater, always a cheater. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Does it sound just wild to you? I don't know. We're talking about the different ways that people can cheat, how cheating can start. Keenan was sharing with us about inappropriate conversations. And she says, inappropriate conversations aren't sexual if you are seeking emotional support from someone other than your partner. So can you cheat on accident? Because what if you have a conversation with someone and you vibe and you connect and it wasn't intentional? Can you cheat on someone by accident? Is that possible? Mike says, first of all, both men and women are very capable of cheating. Secondly, the reasons behind cheating can vary. People cheat out of sexual greed, sexual neglect, emotional neglect, and or they may find excitement in stepping out on their mate. Keita says, it feels like she heard a TED talk about sexual impulse and has some fat confused. I mean, I can definitely see if someone is trying to justify or find a reason why someone would cheat. I probably listen to a TED Talk too, eating bonbons and ice cream. Oh my gosh, I just had some bonbons a couple months ago. They were amazing. Okay, sorry, I digress. And watching, and learning, trying to learn the signs, how to know if somebody's cheating, and was probably looking for help. It could have been a TED Talk. I'll watch it. Hey, Carlisa. Tia says, I think things can be a slippery slope, which is why you need to be aware. Check in with yourself. Are you emotionally excited about talking to or spending time with someone other than your significant other? If so, probably need to put some space between you and the other person. Ooh, that's a good point. So check with yourself. Check yourself. Check yourself and see, like, wait a minute, am I getting excited when I talk to somebody else other than my significant other? I guess that's also a way to not accidentally cheat. Cheat because they're feeling a need that started off as friendship and turned into something else. Is that what we're saying? Is that how we're feeling, y'all? I feel like that's what we're saying. I feel like we're saying that the person that, she's saying has a metabolic dysfunction because they're cheating. Maybe they just, is it okay to say they're just not into you? Mike says, I believe that there's no such thing as accidental cheating. What? I thought I was onto something there. I believe a person cheats because they are expecting it or they were actively seeking the affair. No. I think some things. Tia says no. Sounds like the cheater telling her is trying to say they can't help themselves and probably trying to justify their bad behavior. So, are we saying cheating is a behavior? Like stealing is a behavior? Breaking things is a behavior. So we're saying cheating is a behavior they can unlearn. Is that what we're saying? Keena says, Tia, you are so right. We let relationships that are dead continue to live on life support. Y'all, we're going to pull the plug today. Let's pull the plug today on this type of foolishness, right? Right? While we're thinking about how we're going to do this, I do want to share with you that Second Harvest Food Bank's mission is to provide food to people facing hunger and work to advance hunger solutions. Second Harvest has provided more than 36 million meals to hungry children, families, and seniors throughout Middle Tennessee. For more information and volunteer opportunities at secondharvestmidtn.org. Okay, so we're saying it's a habit that they can learn, that they have learned, they can unlearn. Men and women are doing it. It sounds like women are doing it better than men because men get caught cheating more than women get caught cheating. So women are just naturally better cheaters. Is that what we're saying? It sounds like we're saying cheating is a act influenced by something. So either influenced by something medical, like what Keena was sharing with us earlier, by the person with the disorder where they just have to have relations as much as possible. Is that what we're saying? Influenced by neglect? Or is that deflecting, that the person just makes a decision to be shady? And the reason that I was saying accidentally falling for someone is because, like, Keena was throwing shade to the work husbands and work wives. Sometimes those friendships are just nice to build a support system at your place of employment. Are you saying that having those work husbands and work wives can sometimes build a strong bond to where you want them to be more than just your work husbands and work wives? There's levels to this. This has been very interesting. There's levels to this. And there's levels to this. There's levels to this. And at the end of the day, it's decision. It is a decision that we are making. And it can literally take away everything. everything. Speaking of everything, here's everything by Rick Hassani. You listen, Dear Jelly, on the X. Y'all. So we talked about redemption through having a spiritual relationship with a higher power. It sounds like some people might get medical help if they've got that condition that Akina was talking about. We talked about how it's a choice. Entertaining conversations with people who are not your significant other. Like if you look, was that Tia that talked about if you look forward to talking to that person more than your spouse, you get excited. There might be something there, and you might be inadvertently cheating. I call that accidentally cheating. Mike is like, no, you don't accident. You know what you're doing. Which is why I think Tia was telling us we have to check ourselves because you may not know that you're doing it. Right? Y'all. So I feel like we are of the consensus that it is not a mental disorder. It is a choice. Are we there together? Hey, Jasmine. Are we there? I feel like we're there. Do y'all feel like we're there? Did we come to that consensus together? That it's a choice? And even if it is influenced by other factors, neglect. Hey, Jazzy J. Neglect from the partner. A sickness. You still make the conscious decision to step out of your relationship. We on that together, right? I like us to be on one accord. One accord? I'm sorry, on my shirt. Nobody told me my brown shirt. Okay, so that's the consensus we're on. And I appreciate those of you who have admitted to cheating before and pretty sure you're not cheaters now. Yep, tell old girl, don't believe the hype. Yeah, I guess it's it is really hard not letting y'all hear my little music, y'all, but Facebook is horrible. Tell old girl, don't believe the hype. Yeah, I mean, she thinks it's a mental disorder. Once you cheat, always cheat, and it just seems so crazy. And I'm of the thought that if you have to cheat, just step out. You know what I mean? Just be a farmer. Be a farmer. You want to have a bunch of tools, be a farmer. Or if you want to be a tool, gardening tool, be a farmer. Spare the people's feelings. Be a rake? No, not a rake. The other one starts with an H. Not a rake. The other one. The other garden tool. You're tuned in to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM. This is Dear Jelly with your host, DJ Jelly. Hey, so glad you're here. If you're just tuning in, tracking back, that was Rick Hassani with Everything. And before that, there was Johnny Drill with Mystery Girl. And we're having a pretty great conversation with some people live on TGI Jelly on Facebook, as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. And we are discussing cheaters. Is cheating something you can control? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Got a DM with a person saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. Person can't change who they are. And she believes that cheating is a metabolic disorder, meaning that people can't control it. They're sick in some sort of way. We had a really great conversation with some pretty great people who are sharing their thoughts, even of being reformed cheaters. And I like the comment that Kina made earlier. She said, we let relationships that are dead continue to live on life support. So we're going to pull the life support off of some of these dead relationships so that we don't have to cheat or step out and we can just go somewhere where we're living, y'all. We're living. Tia says, tell old girl, don't believe the hype. In other words, cheating is not a disorder. We are all, I think we're all leaning towards that thought. And it's not a disorder. It is a choice. It is a choice, and you can choose to say no, or even if it's no to yourself. Keena says the best way to know is if you would be comfortable with your significant other to be physically around your work or wife husband. So Keena sounds like she's against work spouses, the extra level of support that sometimes people have at their jobs. And so we talked about the dangers. So, could they get too close? Well, that could have an accidental affair. And she's saying, the best way to find out is if you're comfortable with your significant other being physically around your work husband or work wife. She said, Keena says, I'm too old to cheat. I can't remember the lies. You have to keep going. Yes, cheating requires a lot of manipulation. I hope a good memory. Jasmine says, I think it is a choice. I'm late, but what if the party was given permission to be with someone else? Then what? Okay, so that's an open relationship. Open relationship. So are open relationships considered cheating? I feel like open relationships are dangerous because you can be on the cuff, like you can develop feelings for the other person. Keena says, I'm not that forgiving. It sounds like you're not that open, Keena. So this is my question. What would be if it's not an open relationship, but you've given the person permission to step out, why? Is it because you are physically unable to satisfy them physically? You can, take care of them emotionally, mentally, but some things aren't working under the hood. So you give them permission to be with someone else. Do y'all think that's cheating? I see how that can have potential to turn into cheating. And you can call it open all day long, but you might turn around and find that person running back to them even without your knowledge. I'm just saying. Keena says, I will get him a toy. Mike says, open relationships are just another form of friends with benefits. Keena says, stay home. Stays home. Okay. So open relationship, just another form of friends with benefits. Tia says, if everyone knows about everybody, it isn't cheating, but feels like a disaster in the making. So we're saying it's not cheating, but if they come together without your knowledge, it's cheating. Will we agree? Or is it the other person has to know, like, I'm getting ready to go see Jimmy down the street. Okay, tell him I said hi. You know what I'm saying? Bring me back a beer. You know what I mean? Like, how are we doing this? Maybe we should talk about that next time. Like, how do open relationships work? Are there rules to this thing? Kenan says, it's community. What? It's community penis then. Okay. So, y'all, we are almost out of time, and y'all are bringing up all these different scenarios. And I'm just so curious as to how this works. Who makes the rules? Do you write them down? Do you get them notarized? Is that how this works? To make sure this person is not running back to the other person. Here's Running Back to You, or Running to You by Chike. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. I don't think Facebook is going to cut this one off. I love this song. Yes! I don't expect Facebook to do this one. I love this song. They don't know what's going on. I'll be soldier for you. I'm getting there's too many diseases out here. Girl, right now we're in a pandemic. And you don't need to come into I'll be right beside you. I love this song. If anything that if you ever say, I will be running to you, running to you. I'll be running to you, running. Yeah, now's not the time to open nothing. Anywhere that you go to, running to you. I'll be running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to. Y'all have given me so many things to think about and talk about today. Y'all still there? Good. Kenny is monkeypox. Yes. Let's probably put a stop on some of these open relationships, hopefully. Thank y'all for being here. Couldn't do this without you. There's no Juan today. He's out of town. This has been a good discussion. I love the song. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you have a great week. Oh, that's sweet. I'll let him know. Hey, y'all, if you have something you want to discuss, a question, we always change the names or hide the names so we take the innocent. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? It's helping all of us, me included. Love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Wish you the best. And I'll see y'all soon. If you want to be the truth, if you want to be the fiddle, me, I cannot play no. Me, I cannot do that. Have a great week. See y'all soon.